Have you been to Narcoossee? Why not? Welcome your Highnesses, I'm Dan. Thank you so much for joining me today here on Walt Disney World Adults Only. So today we are going to talk about one of my favourite signature fine dining restaurants at Walt Disney World, Narcoossee. Before we get started though, tell me in the comments down below, what do you already know about Narcoossee? Is it a restaurant that you've been to, a restaurant you want to go to, a restaurant you're curious about? Tell me in the comments what you know, and if you've been there already, what your experience was. I'd love to hear from you. So let's talk about Narcoossee. Narcoossee is one of 3 fine dining restaurants located at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. The restaurant is actually away from the main buildings of Grand Floridian, and it's situated right on the waterfront of Seven Seas Lagoon, and you get some really great views in Magic Kingdom across the water. So imagine this, it's date night. You're with your partner, your fiance, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever you're in love with, and you go to Narcoossee for dinner. The lights go down, it becomes very soft, romantic lighting. You get amazing food, really nice fine wine and crafted cocktails, and then you've got a view of happily ever after from your table, or from outside on the porch. You can actually go outside and watch it, and the music is piped in so you can actually hear the show while you're watching the fireworks. It's a really special occasion, and if you haven't done it, I highly recommend it. As I said to you already, it's a signature fine dining restaurant. It's located at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and it's set with a casual beach theme inside. So although it's a signature restaurant, it's got a kind of laid back casualness to it. However, pet hate time. I really don't like getting dressed up to go to a signature restaurant, to sit down at a table and then have some stinker next to me who's just come straight from a theme park on my date night. So here we go. Lecture time. Please, if you're going to go to a signature fine dining restaurant at Walt Disney World, think about the other people that are going to be in the restaurant and their experience as well as your own. Don't turn up in your bikini top and sit there next to them stinking of sweat while they're having their romantic night. Go back to your resort, have a shower, dress up, and come and enjoy the ambience of the restaurant. It's a really good night, and if you make the effort, I think you'll appreciate it. Now, Narcoossee only open for dinner. You can't get lunch, you can't get breakfast here. It is a dinner only place. And the menu is primarily seafood. They do have a couple of options for the non-seafood lover, but if you don't like seafood, this probably won't be the place for you. There's probably better restaurants at Walt Disney World. But let's take a quick look at the menu and talk about some of the highlights. It's a really good menu. Now, the first thing you'll spot on this menu is a very expensive item, the Narcoossee Chilled Seafood Plateau at $139. That's a lot, right? Anyway, that is king crab, tuna poke, colossal poached shrimp, and coconut Thai mussels. Never had that. I don't think I'd pay $139 for a starter, although I guess that's probably shared. Hopefully for 4 people and not 2, because it's still a lot of money. But that aside, we've got the ocean-inspired charcuterie board, which David had on our last trip. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. That's $28. It's lobster sausage with tuna pastrami, octopus capicola, I don't know how you say that, with a crab stuffed cherry pepper. They've also got a brisket and ricotta tortellini, which is parsnip, brown butter, sultana raisins. They've got shrimp and grits, which is $19. That speaks for itself, really. You can also get a nice lobster bisque here at $19. That's butter poached lobster with vanilla and coral. I haven't had that, but it did look amazing. And then they've got a local citrus and goat's cheese salad at $15. Now, I did have a salad here when I went, but it wasn't the one that's there now. This is tiny lettuces, honey crunch, pumpernickel granola, pickled onion, bee pollen dressing. The one I had had a lemon curd dressing, and it was delicious. On to the entrees. They've got a Merlot glazed salmon at $46. They've got plancha seared scallops and Parisian gnocchi, which I think is what David had. That comes with English peas, tasso ham, truffled mayo lemon cream, $57. They've got, for the non-fish lover, a prime New York strip steak at $62 with potato mash, roasted rainbow vegetables and red wine demi-glaze. They've got a Gulf shrimp bucatini, $44. And then what I had was the surf and turf, which is a filet mignon with butter poached lobster tail, potato mash, roasted rainbow vegetables and a red wine demi-glaze at $89. It was great. And then desserts is actually quite a disappointing menu, only 4 items on there. But everyone tells me that almond crusted cheesecake with Lambert cherry sauce and chantilly cream at $17 is incredible. So yeah, that is the menu. As you can see, they've got some kids stuff on there as well. And then they've got a selection of beer, featured cocktails, and I did try 2 of these. I had the Smoked Dark and Stormy at $17.50. I did also try this one as well, which is more of a dessert. The key lime pie martini, $17.50. So the cocktails here are definitely on point. It's got some wine, and then they've got the allergy-friendly options on there as well. I'll link this menu for you in the comments down below so you can check it out yourself. But honestly, it's a really good menu, particularly if you like seafood. As I said already, you get a view of the Magic Kingdom fireworks from either your table or from outside on the porch. Either is great, but we sat at the table to watch them because we were starving. A nice dinner with Happily Ever After playing and a view of the fireworks through the window, and that was good for us. But if you want to go outside and watch it, then you can as well. So as you saw from the menu, Narcoossee isn't on the cheap side. It is a little expensive. Well, very expensive actually, but if it's a date night and you want to have a little splurge, it's a good place to go. I thought it was worth the splurge, so let me tell you about what I had. So we went for our date night on our last trip, and we were staying at Wilderness Lodge, so we took a quick boat across from Wilderness Lodge to Magic Kingdom. We nipped into Magic Kingdom to get a quick photo pass, a photo, because it was all dressed up and looking lovely. And then we took the walking path from Magic Kingdom down to Narcoossee. Little did we know that the water pageant was ready to go to bed. So as we got to the bridge for the water pageant to go backstage, the bridge was open, and it took them several attempts to get it in. So we actually waited on the bridge, I think, for about 40 minutes all in all, which made us a little bit late for our reservation. So because of the bridge, we was about 5 minutes late checking in, and then we had a kind of 5-minute walk around the Grand Floridian to get to Narcoossee. We arrived about 10 minutes after our reservation. Our table wasn't ready, which was great, so we had to sit on the porch outside, just chilling out and getting our breath back from the very quick walk until our table was ready. So we waited about 5 minutes until we were seated, taken straight through, and the restaurant was really, really lovely inside. Shortly after being seated at our table, we met our server Edwin, who I have to say was a really, really lovely cast member. He was so friendly, so outgoing, so helpful, couldn't do enough for you. Yeah, he was great. He was very knowledgeable about the menu. He talked us through the menu. He told us what he recommended. He explained some of the dishes to us. And initially I ordered the key lime martini to start, and he kind of said, oh, you know, it's more of a dessert cocktail. He said, trust me, go for something else and have that as a dessert one. And he was absolutely right. I took his advice and he was absolutely right. So he was unafraid to kind of give some good advice as well, which I really appreciate in a restaurant. So we sat down, we were given some lovely bread, very fresh, that was very nice. As I said, I went for that dark and stormy cocktail. It was really nice, you know, it had a sweetness, a smokiness, a real chilly kick to it as well, like an aftertaste of chili. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I went for the key lime pie martini. It comes in a martini glass and it's got the limes as the Mickey ears on the side. Very, very cute. But the server was right. Edwin was right. That is a dessert cocktail. It was so sweet and it had the liminess to it. It had a little meringue on top. Probably one of my favourite cocktails ever. yeah, it's up there. It's definitely up there. It was really good. David isn't really a cocktail person, so he started off with an ale and then moved on to the Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc, which I think he stayed with for the rest of the night. I stayed with the cocktails. Really, really nice drinks. I have to say, you know, I couldn't fault them at all on the drinks. They were really, really good. As I said to you when we were looking at the menu, David ordered that seafood charcuterie. He absolutely loved it. He said everything was delicious on there. I think I tried a little bit of the lobster sausage. If I remember rightly, it was very, very nice. Now, I'm not really a salad person, as you can probably tell, but I went for the seasonal salad. It's not the seasonal salad that's currently on the menu at the moment. It was a different one, but it was really, really nice. So the one I had was a blueberry and barrel-aged feta salad. It was tiny lettuces, pistachio, cornbread crackers, lemon curd dressing. Obviously there was blueberries and feta in there as well. It was a very, very fresh salad, and the lemon curd kind of gave it a little bit of tartness, a little bit of citrus. The blueberries and the pistachios brought some sweetness to it, and the feta was a bit salty, so it was a really, really nice tasting salad. I don't even like salad, but it was really good. For our entrees there, David went for the seared scallops. He said they were the nicest scallops he'd ever had. They were really large and plump. They looked really good. I didn't taste them. I had the surf and turf, which was a filet mignon with lobster, vegetables, I think mashed potato. Literally, I couldn't lick the plate. I didn't lick the plate. I was in a signature restaurant, but I could have done. It was so good. That food was amazing. Every single mouthful was making me sing in my head. I was like, oh, it's just delicious. Really, really good. We were too full up for dessert. If I'm being honest, you know, there was so much food there that I couldn't do a dessert. I really wanted to. I love dessert, and I really wanted to try the almond cheesecake with the cherry. Love cherry. Love dessert. Love cherry. I just couldn't have it. I was just so full up. There was just no way to have it. So I'm a little bit sad about that. Everything that we ate and drank was amazing. The server was brilliant. The restaurant was nice. We didn't have any smellies near us, which was good. I was happy about that, because that does quite annoy me, as you can probably tell. And from the table, we watched Happily Ever After. We didn't go outside onto the porch. A lot of people did. The restaurant was quite empty, but we stayed inside. We told our server that we was not going outside. They kind of time your food if you're going to go outside, so they'll hold your food back if you're going out to watch the show. We told them we didn't want to do that. We wanted to eat because we were so hungry. And we watched the fireworks through the window, across the lake, or across the lagoon, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Singing along to Happily Ever After. What a romantic night. I loved it. As DVC members, we did qualify for a discount off of our food, which is quite good at such an expensive restaurant, because it actually makes quite a big difference to the bill. The discount you get for DVC is 10%, but it's only off of the food, not the alcohol, so you still pay the full price for the drinks. That's fine. We was aware of that. So with that discount applied, and before gratuity, our bill came to $265.82. So that is Narcoossee. As you can see, it's a nice restaurant. It is serving very nice food and drink. It's got great service. It's in a great location. It's got a view of the fireworks. It's expensive, but what is not to love? Tell me in the comments down below whether I've persuaded you to add this to your list for your next trip. And if I haven't, tell me why, because I'd love to know. And if you've had a different experience at Narcoossee to what I've had, tell me that as well, because I'm always interested to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thank you for watching. It's been an absolute joy talking to you as always. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not subscribed, why not? Click subscribe for me, I'd really appreciate that. And until next time, remember, never grow up.